Welcome back to Warrior Rewind, everybody. Danielle, how's your semester going so far?
It's going pretty good. You know, I like going back into the routine, meeting all the new professors. What about you?
That's cool. Oh my gosh, my semester is hectic, to say the least. It's pretty busy. Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? It's fine. I'm hanging in there, as I'm assuming many of you are. But you know what? We have a lot to catch up on, so let's get started. On January 24th, both of the Stan State basketball teams played against the CSU Monterey Bay Otters. We claimed the victory in both games. The women's basketball team won 70-51, and men's team won 93-85. The Warriors are off to a great start to the new semester.
On Friday, January 25th, women's tennis team had a scrimmage against Fresno State, and unfortunately, they lost with a score of 6-1.
And on Saturday, January 26th, the basketball teams faced Cal State East Bay at home. And although we lost each of the games, it wasn't without a fight. Women's basketball lost 49-44, while the men lost 69-62. The basketball teams were on the road for their games against UC San Diego on January 31st. Unfortunately, both teams came up short again. Women's basketball finished with a score of 94-67, and men's basketball with a score of 73-56.
Now moving on to this month's game, Friday, February 1st was a busy day for Warrior Athletics. The game of baseball, the team had a double-hitter against Holy Names and won both games. They ended their first game with a score of 9-2 and the second game with a score of 15-5. Softball was on the road to Las Vegas for a tournament. The team played 2 games on February 1st and 1 game on Sunday, February 3rd. The 2 games that were scheduled for Saturday, February 1st were canceled due to rain. The first game on Friday against the Academy of the Art resulted in the victory with the score 11-3. In the second game, the team faced St. Martin's and came up short, losing the game 7-2. In the final game of the tournament on Sunday, the Warriors fell defeat in Central Washington Wildcats with a score 6-1. Upon returning home for the season's home opener, the Warriors are ready to reclaim victory in the game against Holy Names on February 6th. The Warriors took the win with a score of 5-1. Here's Kat with the recap of the night.
Hi Warriors, I'm here with Coach Jessica. How do you feel tonight?
Good. You know, it was a good game. I think that we hit a lot better than we have the last couple of games, so it was good to come out and swing the bat a little bit. Our pitcher threw excellent, so that was a great night.
At the top of the first inning, I noticed that Holy Name scored, but then at the end of the first inning, you recovered and you had to lead with 2-1. What was going through your mind during the top of the first inning?
You know, we just have to have quality at bats. We knew that she was going to throw the ball in our hitting zone, and so we just had to have quality at bats and score back. You know, it's just kind of a game of who makes the least amount of mistakes, and I think tonight we showed that we made the least amount of mistakes, and then we swung at pretty good pitches.
Is there any performances that stood out to you tonight?
Yeah, our pitcher, Kendra, she threw very well. That's her first win, and she's a freshman, so it was good for her to come out and throw that well. She had a handful of strikeouts as well, and had pretty good defense behind her, too, so she did a very good job.
And what are you looking forward to this season?
Well, you know, conference is always a dogfight. We play 40 conference games, and, you know, last year we took third in conference. It was the first time in 9 years. And so we're looking kind of to just go back to the conference tournament and fight hard.
Okay, well, congratulations on your first home win, and we look forward to seeing you throughout the season.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. How do you feel it being your first home game, and how does it feel to open the season with a night of success?
As a senior, it felt really nice to have a good crowd out. To have a lot of people, it means a lot because you feed off the energy. So it was really good, and then to get a win is just tops it off. So.
How do you feel making the first run of the night and opening the season for it?
I honestly didn't know, but that's my job, so it felt really good. So I know my coach is happy.
Well, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you throughout the season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kat. On February 7th was the big homecoming game against Humboldt State. The women's basketball team faced a difficult loss with a score of 65-58. While they may have lost the game, they still held their heads high and stuck around to support the men's basketball team. The stands of the Fitzpatrick Arena were full, and the energy in the room was electric. In a close battle, the Warriors came out on top, finishing with a score of 88-84. In case you missed the excitement of the homecoming games, Warrior Rewind reporters Haley and Adam were there to get a post-game recap with the team and Coach Paul Trevor.
Good evening, Warriors. I'm here tonight with Roland Dunham. How are you doing tonight, Roland, after that big win?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. I'm glad we got this homecoming win. A great crowd, great day, and I'm just happy right now. Just happy.
Now, I noticed you came out of the gate ready for a win, hungry for a victory, and you guys attained that. What mindset were you in the beginning?
Well, I think we're like in 9th place right now. We need to get back to 8th. And like it's homecoming, so we're already hyped to win in front of the big crowd, but we really need to get back into the playoffs. So that's why we came out like this tonight.
And there was definitely a big crowd presence for homecoming. A lot of people, a lot of noise. You had the big guys in the front with their shirts, their chest painted, ready for you guys. That intensity contributed to a win tonight. What are you guys going to use moving that forward into the season?
Well, hopefully we get another crowd like this moving forward, especially on Saturday's game. We really need the win. So like we play better in front of a big crowd, so that's what we need.
Hear that, guys? Come out to Saturday night's game and see the boys play again at 7:30. Have a good night, Roland. Thank you again. Good evening, Warriors. I'm joined here with Andy. Andy, how are you feeling tonight with this big win?
Very, very good. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And you started the game strong, ended the game strong, led points, 29 points tonight. What was that like, leading your team?
It felt really good. It's honestly my teammates just having the faith in me shooting and them just being positive with me throughout the whole game.
And I noticed, too, your teammate Roland mentioned the loud crowd that was here motivating you guys. They were kind of quiet start at the beginning, but at the end it was just all noise you couldn't even hear. What was that like, kind of having those people there cheering you on, your peers?
I love having that. A lot of fans. If we have that throughout the rest of the season, we should be fine. The fans will drive us to always make that next play. So it's always fun having them.
That's exciting. Thank you for interviewing with us tonight. We look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday. Good luck. Have a good evening, Andy.
Hello, Warriors. I am here with Coach Trev. Coach, how do you feel about tonight's homecoming victory?
Well, first off, I'd like to thank all the fans that came out. Incredible atmosphere, the energy, the sororities, the fraternities, and all the fans. Wow, thank you so much. That was awesome. So it was a great win. I just wanted to thank everybody first because that was great.
Yeah, I know. And speaking of the crowd, it was thunderous tonight. How do you feel about playing such a thunderous crowd?
Well, can we have that every night? Can we have that every night? When Andy went up for his dunks, and he dunked it home, and the crowd erupted. It was electric, and it pulsated the whole university. It felt like it was alive. It was so exciting.
It really was that exciting. And speaking of excitement, it was such a close competition. What were your thoughts through the entire game?
Can I go home now? No, I'm kidding. It was scary. I was hoping that we'd make some shots and plays, and if we could just get some stops, to string a couple stops together, we'd have an opportunity to win tonight, and the guys were able to do that.
Very awesome. Thank you so much, Coach Trev.
So much, guys. I really appreciate the support.
Thank you, Haley and Adam, for the report. On February 8th, both softball and baseball had a doubleheader. Softball played against Cal State Monterey Bay, and baseball played against Azusa Pacific. It was a tough day for the Warriors as neither team won any of their games. The softball team's first game ended with a score of 4-2, and the second game with a score of 7-0. Baseball ended their first game with a score of 7-4, and their second game with a score 8-4.
And the action continued into the weekend for Warrior Athletics. On February 9th, baseball once again challenged Azusa Pacific and this time came out on top, winning 3-0. While baseball had a seemingly easy day with only one game, softball had another doubleheader. Unfortunately, the losing streak against Cal State Monterey Bay stretched from 2 games to 4 games. The first game resulted in a score of 4-1, and the second game with a score of 7-3. In the evening, women's basketball matched up against our Stan State rivals, the Chico State Wildcats. The women on the team came out hungry for redemption from Thursday night's game, and they were successful. They took the win with a score of 77-73.
Hello, Warriors. I am here with Haley Taylor, recapping Saturday's win over Chico State. Haley, how did the last win go for you?
Our last one was good. It was a very solid game for us. It was a win that we really needed, and it was a game that we all played together, but it felt really good overall.
Very good. And you scored 14 points, and you tied with the most rebounds with 6. How did it feel to contribute to the highest scoring games you guys had so far at 77?
It was kind of something we had to do. Someone had to do it, so I knew like I had to step up to be able to help the team out. And it was like a really important game, knowing that Chico is our rivalry school. So it felt good to know that it had to be done and I could do it.
For the past few games, you have been the leading scorer, and you score a lot from the paint. How do you hope to continue how do you hope to continue this tradition of being the highest scorer?
I just have to keep working on my game. It's never good enough. It's always we have to get better, and at the same time I can kick out as well, so to help other people score. But overall, I just have to keep working on my game to improve more and more.
Very good. Thank you very much, Kaylee.
Hey Warriors, I'm here with Kiana at practice. How are you feeling today, Kiana?
Feeling good, a little tired, but feeling good.
Makes sense. Coach is pushing you guys pretty hard. So through the week, you guys lost against Humboldt, unfortunately, and you came up strong on Saturday and won. What was going through your head after you guys lost against Humboldt and came up strong against the next game in between there?
Of course, it was a loss, so we were all kind of feeling down, but we just looked to the next game and just knew that we just have to get some wins in, and the season's coming to an end, so we're just kind of doing all we can just to do our best, and whatever the outcome is, it is what it is, I guess.
That's a good way to look at it. Now, also, for those of you who don't know, Kiana is also leading scorers for the whole season right now on the team, which is pretty exciting. But you also led in the game Saturday against Chico with, I believe it was 20 points, and you tied for most rebounds as well as playing 32 minutes. What kind of kept you to keep up that momentum, because that was a long time you were in there?
I was just really motivated because in the Humboldt game I had a really bad game, so I was just kind of motivated to just kind of give it my all and do the best I can. And luckily we got the win, and that's the most important part.
Now, looking forward, you guys have a few short games left and a couple on the road. What are you guys going to do to fully prepare for those to make sure you're the most successful you can be?
I think just staying focused, mostly like in practice today, just making sure we're all locked in, knowing the game plan, stuff like that, and just kind of giving it our all. We only have a couple more games left, and we're trying to do the best we can, not only for the team, but our seniors as well, Pip and Sam. So I think just staying focused and doing our best.
And you also mentioned there making sure you're locked in and ready to go at practice. So before a game, do you have any kind of ritual that kind of helps yourself get in that right mindset?
Sometimes, usually I like listen to music or sometimes watch TV, maybe even take a nap. Nothing too consistent, but lately I've been eating candy before the game just to kind of like give me an extra boost, I guess, but nothing set in stone, I guess.
A little bit of a rush. That sounds good. So good luck in the next couple games. Enjoy the little bit of time off. I know you guys will be working hard at practice, and thank you for coming out. Hey, Warriors, I'm here with Coach Strickland. How are you doing today, Coach?
Doing wonderful. Hello, Warriors.
So recently you guys played Humboldt and came up short, but then you followed up with a victory on Saturday against Chico. What did you guys do to change in order to attain that victory?
We played a complete game against Chico. It's a rivalry game. Humboldt was a tough game, and we just weren't able to sustain our focus and execution for about a 4-minute stretch in the third quarter, and it really hurt us, only scoring 10 points in that third quarter.
And this game up here was actually your highest scoring game so far of the season for your girls, looking at stats, and that was pretty exciting to see some of them having big highs. Kiana actually leads the season right now with the highest points for your team, and Kaylee was right behind her in that game specifically. So how are you guys going to utilize them coming up in the season?
Both of those young ladies are sophomores for us. Our key players were our young players. They're mostly underclassmen. Kiana, this is her second year in the program. It's Kaylee's first year in the program. And they're playing really, really well for us. We've got several players that have stepped up this year with Lizzie Alexander, our leading scorer, being out. We've just had to kind of have some different roles adjusted than what we had planned for the season. And Kiana's been a very good bright spot. Kaylee's played well. AJ Balon has led us in handling the ball down the stretch. So we've had some other people really step up and play well for us. It's just when you lose a couple major players and you have injuries here and there, things happen. But it's been a great learning experience for some of these young ladies.
Now, in terms of, you also mentioned making adjustments there. You guys are going to be on the road for the next couple of games. How are you guys going to make adjustments to accommodate being in a different area?
Well, the adjustments of the travel aren't that bad. My major concern is making sure we get enough time to get our studies in. We are a college program, so we have true student athletes. And I just try to make sure the ladies get enough rest. We put enough time aside to make sure they're on top of their studies. And the basketball will take care of itself with our conditioning that we've put in place. and we'll be playing in a venue that's one of our conference venues that's not at home.
So with that, you also mentioned there's 4 games in the regular season left, and in order to make it to the tournament, you have to win all 4 of them. What are you guys going to do to really drive that intensity and that momentum to make sure you guys are successful?
Well, we can't put the cart before the horse. We've got to win the first game on Thursday, and we're just trying to take everything one day at a time, one game at a time, and continue to grow as a team and work through it. Part of growing as a person is sometimes facing adversity, having goals, and maybe coming up a little short. I truly hope that we can win all 4, but each season is its own journey, and I'm really happy with how these young ladies have comported themselves all year thus far.
Great. Thank you, Coach. It's been a joy watching your girls and their hard work this season, and we look forward to watching the rest of it play out. Thank you. We'll catch you around.
Closing out the day of Warrior Athletics was men's basketball. They also faced off against Chico State, but they lost 58-47.
On Monday, February 11th, baseball played against Central Washington and took the win with a score of 7-5. The following day, softball played against Notre Dame de Namur and won as well with the score of 7-2. Haley was at the game to catch up with Coach Jessica Ventosa and pitcher Kendra Mazzarini after their victory.
Hey Warriors, it was another freezing night again out here at the softball diamond, but we came out on top 7-0. How does it feel tonight, guys, to come out on top?
It feels good.
Yeah, it was a good team win. I mean, we needed to come out and hit better, and we did. We made some good plays on defense, and Kendra threw a great game, so it was a good game.
Now you guys struck hard and you struck early, taking the lead really quick. Kendra, you also came out really strong with 11 strikeouts, almost breaking the record. How does it feel to know that you were so close?
It feels good. As a freshman, it seems like a big accomplishment to do something so early in the season.
And Coach, how does that make you feel watching her so young with such potential? I mean, she still has 3 years left with you.
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, she's a good kid. She's worked really hard to get to this point, and I think she's only going to get better, so it's very exciting for us.
And another thing I noticed too tonight, you guys were very vocal. There was a lot of chatter, especially from Alexis Martinez to you, saying, "You got it, next one, next one." How did that help motivate you to keep up that momentum?
It really helps me push harder and push through even when I throw a ball, or because she's always there to keep me up and keep me going to stay strong.
I noticed that she was super positive. And how does that make you feel as a coach watching your girls interact so well with each other?
Yeah, I mean, it's comforting and it's like makes us confident, I think that as a freshman going in, we kind of rush things and we can get nervous, and so it allows us to relax and just take our time and go out there and throw our game.
And you guys are on the road this weekend. And so how are you guys going to prepare for the travel, and how are you going to prepare for the upcoming games this weekend?
We're going to come out and practice. They have weights in the morning, and then we're going to come out and practice and hit and throw a light bullpen for her, and then the other pitchers will throw a hard bullpen, and just, get us in a good spot, take some ground balls, hit live a little bit, so we'll be good.
We look forward to seeing those updates. Good luck, guys, and we'll see you back here in a couple weeks.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Earlier this week, we caught up with the women's tennis team. The women on the team shared some thoughts on the upcoming season, as well as some information about who they are. Their coaches, Coach Varric Visaraga and Coach Jayla Conway, were in attendance too. They stopped by our studio to talk about the future of their season and their upcoming games in Utah. And here's what they had to say.
Gonna beat that. Hey guys, we're here with the tennis team, the Warriors. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
How's the season going so far?
Right? Well, it rained.
It rained?
Yeah.
So looking forward, when you guys have one coming up this weekend?
Yes.
Yes. And how are you guys feeling about that?
Excited.
Excited?
I think it'll be our first time actually playing a match, so that'll be fun.
Okay. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Hello guys, how are you preparing for this upcoming matchup?
Just working out a lot, trying to get as much practice as we can. It's been rainy, so it's been really hard to get practice in, but yeah, just working out, practicing.
It's understandable.
Anybody else?
Definitely.
We've been hitting a lot, going to weights tomorrow, running, doing things on our own, core stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Now, different types of practices. What's the worst type of practice for you guys? Like, what's the hardest that you guys just drag your feet going to practice? I mean, every athlete wants to know that.
Oh, when it's cold and it's windy and it's just, you gotta wear shorts and it's not fun. Yeah. Everyone else has it good. They get to work out in a gym and controlled temperatures, so it's the worst part of that.
Definitely. So who's going to be the biggest challenge for you guys, and what are you guys going to do to especially prepare to attack them?
I would say the biggest challenge would be Academy of Art because
Okay.
they're probably number 2 in the conference. But I would
Okay.
say our rivals would be the Holy Names. You know,
Okay.
they kind of get under our skin sometimes. We
Okay.
gotta hold ourselves together, have some fun, and play well and play smart.
There you go.
Anyone else?
Yeah, Academy's gonna be really tough. I think every time we go out and play them, I feel like it makes us better, but also it's just tough that I don't think we ever win against them. So hopefully we do this year.
Hopefully.
You guys will get it. Now, kind of stepping further, you guys are student athletes, so obviously there's a stigma around being student athletes. You know, you guys are like the top people. People look up to you guys, and it's kind of hard to talk to you. So to get more personable, tell me something like about each of you guys that not many people would know unless they like have talked to you. Kind of break that barrier a little bit.
Want to go first? Oh, I'll go first. I was born in the Netherlands, actually.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I didn't live there very long, but it's something not a lot of people know. I don't claim that I'm from there because I lived there for like 3 months maybe, and then I moved to the States. So yeah, that's just a little fact about me.
Do I go?
Yeah.
I moved here 2 years ago from Mexico.
Okay.
You can tell by the accent. Sometimes it just happens. And yeah, I think I would say it's just the transition here. It's something that not a lot of people know.
I'm from Sacramento, and I'm a biology major. I guess not a lot of people know that. I'm not from anywhere special.
Who wants to go next back here?
Okay, I'll go. I love Disney and Harry Potter.
That's a good one.
What house are you in?
Gryffindor.
Awesome.
Important question.
I transferred here from Washington State as well as Megan. She also did too.
Okay.
And my family is from Bosnia and Croatia.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, wow.
I can't think of anything.
Nothing. Your major hobbies.
Okay, my major is psychology. I play the piano.
Okay, that's cool.
Wow.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know that.
They didn't tell him,
Even your team didn't know. So you educated them.
I used to have 50 like pet fishes in our fish tank growing up. But my mom just gave them away last week.
Oh, no.
But I say I have 50 fish in one big tank, and then something else is I'm from San Diego and I love to play ping pong.
All right.
Nice.
Ping pong and tennis. I can see some kind of connection there.
Yeah, definitely. Which one you better, ping pong or tennis?
I'm gonna go eagle.
And one more question. How many of you guys are seniors here? Okay, do you guys have plans once you graduate?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm applying for the teaching credential program, and I'll see where I land.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'm a super senior.
Super senior?
Super
All right, so
senior.
you're ready to get out?
I'm getting ready. I transferred here and then I switched my major kind of late, so it's okay. I'm on the right path now.
That's good. That's good. And are you guys going to keep tennis in your life once you graduate as well?
Oh yeah. I hope so.
Hope so.
Very nice.
And you guys have anything you want to say to your coach since you guys are graduating?
I have mine. I want to say thank you, Coach, for all these past 4 years. You have dealt with a lot. I know I was not easy to handle, but I've learned a lot, and I appreciate all you've done for me, and thank you.
And one, I guess this should be really the final question. Why should the fellow Warriors come out and support you guys at any of your matches?
It's free.
That is a good option.
It's true though. Yeah. And like I think not a lot of people know a lot about tennis, and it's just like a fun way to like kind of see. I mean, they are kind of boring, but it'll be like
they're pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
You can just like think that you're supporting the school, and like hopefully it'll like hype you up, and hopefully it'll make you excited to watch us.
I think so. Once you feel the connection to the team, it definitely like changes your perspective on the game for sure.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. Adam, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, just good luck on your next game.
Sounds good. Good luck, Warriors. We'll see you out there, and we'll catch you guys in live post-game reports. So be prepared for that as well.
Ooh, fun.
Hello, Warriors. I am here with Coach V and Coach J. Coach V is the head coach of the tennis team, and Coach J is the assistant head coach. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing great. And we're just glad that you guys gave us this opportunity to come out here and give a little bit of shake out there to make sure that everybody comes out there and watches Warrior tennis. So we're just so glad you guys are giving us some props out here. So we appreciate it.
We're excited to have you guys.
Yes, indeed we are. So what are your thoughts on this season going on right now?
It's a great opportunity for this program. We've got 4 seniors, and we've got some depth on this squad, so it's going to be really competitive. We're probably in the second toughest conference in the nation, so we're going to have some tough matches, but I think that the way this team can play, I think we were always going to have our hand in the cookie jar, having a good chance of maybe pulling off some upsets and definitely getting some good wins this year, so I'm looking forward to it.
Now, you mentioned that you guys have 4 seniors on the team. Moving forward, what are you guys going to do to kind of fill in those seats once they're
It's an ongoing process of recruiting, and we're looking at a couple of players, hopefully from the States, and maybe 1 or 2 from out of the country.
That's exciting.
Yeah, very nice. And so your upcoming match is Saturday, right?
Well, yeah, we have a match on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's in Utah, and we play 4 different universities. So we play 1 on Friday, 1 on Saturday, and 2 on Sunday. So we're just hoping that we can get it all in the rain, and either we'll play in St. George or Las Vegas or somewhere, but we're going to get them all in.
And how are you guys preparing for the travel? Does that have any effect on your gameplay as well?
Not this one. Although the flights are early, we're actually getting in much earlier, and we have a day's rest, so it won't have that much effect. And the weather's actually pretty similar to this. It will be cold, but we've been practicing this weather, so that shouldn't be so much of a difference there.
And one more thing, too, on the travel note, you mentioned to me last week that instead of hotels, you guys are trying out Airbnbs, more of a community feel. Do you guys think that'll have kind of a team building experience as well?
I think it's we tried that in the fall, and I think it's just been a good opportunity for the players as well as the coaches to kind of get more of a situation where we can just kind of give them their space, but also be able to have more of a cohesive group and get some time away, but also get to talk and not have to find everybody at the hotel and get everybody in the room. So it's I like that. So it'll be interesting, but I look forward to some possible good outcomes out of that.
And we, as our team, we really like to make it kind of a family feel. So staying in Airbnbs kind of supports that and helps that atmosphere a little bit.
It's cool.
Yeah, very good. So what is the team you're facing this upcoming matches?
Western New Mexico State, Metro State, Dixie State, and Colorado Mesa. So they're all in the RMAC, and so it'd be kind of just a chance to play some other teams outside of our Pac-West conference.
Very good. And so do they have a certain playing style that you have to adjust to in practice, or?
Well, it's not so much that. It's just in tennis right now, we've switched to all-inclusive type of formats. You know, it's very similar to Division I now. So, for instance, if you would have watched us play last year, we would have had a 5-minute warm-up. There is no warm-up. You get a warm-up as a team. As soon as the match starts, you automatically play 5 minutes of warm-up after doubles, and you automatically play singles. So it's a quicker format. So there's not a lot of adjustments you can make except just kind of looking up scores and looking at what they've done in the past and whatever they have had, or if they've had mutual matchups of different teams.
And so does that change your preparation process
then
as well?
For sure. It's we have to do things a little bit quicker. Game scores even done. We used to do regular scoring. Now we do no ad scoring. And in the doubles, you play best 2 out of 3 matches. So whoever wins 2 out of 3 matches gets 1 point, and then the singles. So everything now is, we try to adjust that in practice. So we try to play a little faster, give them less rest, and just give them that opportunity of maybe that rushed feeling, so that it's not such a surprise when it starts out there.
That makes sense. Now, as you heard also in the previous interview, I talked to the girls about why should the athletes, or other students, not just student athletes, why should they come out and support other athletic teams? Now, also we discussed last week that coaches are just as important, showing that, leading by example. Why should coaches come out on top of that? Is there more reason to that?
I think I eventually, my goal, this is my alma mater, and I would love eventually down the line, if I'm here then, but to be less of a commuter school and more of a university. And to create that feeling of passion and spirit, you're going to have to lead by example. So I think that for us to ask our players to go out and watch soccer games and volleyball games and basketball games, we as coaches need to do that as well. And I think that builds a cohesive group within the athletic department. And that much more fun, and it's much easier for coaches to ask their players when they see the coaches come out and attend those. So, and our relationships are just stronger that way as well.
I have noticed it's the past few basketball games I have been going to. I have seen you though. So
was I quiet? I wasn't going too crazy.
You were perfect.
Okay,
you
good,
were rooting on the team, which is what we want.
Okay, good.
So thank you guys. You guys can catch them back the following week. We'll be back here, correct?
No, we're in San Diego
next
the
week,
following
that's right.
weekend, so it's not till March.
So you guys can catch them online, follow the scores, updates, keep posted. We'll try and keep you guys updated as well in our weekly videos. Until then, good luck, you guys. Good luck with the travel, and stay on top of everything.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, Warriors, for stopping by, and we wish you the best of luck in Utah. Safe travels. You can find the full interview at the Stan Stake Athletic page under Warrior Rewind.
And don't forget, this weekend softball will be playing, so make sure to come out and support them. Well, that was all the games that we've had so far this semester. Stay tuned for our next episode, which will be airing in 2 weeks. I'm Juan.
And I'm Danielle. Thanks for watching.
And see you next time.